Today, we're diving into a story that's just downright legendary. We're talking about the foundation of Normandy in 911 AD, a tale that's got everything: Vikings, French kings, and a twist of fate that changed the course of European history. Picture this. It's the early 10th century, and France is under constant attack from Norse raiders. These Vikings were fierce warriors, sailing up the Seine River and wreaking havoc wherever they went. But one Viking leader, a guy named Rollo, saw an opportunity that would make him go down in history. Now, Rollo wasn't your average Viking. He was smart, ambitious, and had a knack for strategy. He realized that instead of just raiding France, he could potentially rule part of it. So, he approached the French king, Charles the Simple, with an offer that was hard to refuse. Charles, desperate to stop the Viking attacks, made a deal with Rollo. He granted him a large chunk of land in northern France, which would later become known as Normandy. But there was a catch. Rollo had to agree to protect France from other Viking raiders. It was a bold move on both sides. Charles was essentially giving away part of his kingdom to a former enemy, while Rollo was taking on the responsibility of defending a land he once attacked. But against all odds, this crazy plan actually worked. Rollo became the first Duke of Normandy, and he took his new role seriously. He converted to Christianity, married a French noblewoman, and started governing his new territory. But here's the thing. Rollo didn't just conquer the land. He and his Norse followers began to blend with the local population. Over time, something incredible happened. The Norse settlers and the native French began to mix, creating a unique culture that was neither fully Viking nor fully French. They developed their own dialect, customs, and way of life. This fusion of cultures would have a massive impact on European history. Fast forward a few generations, and Normandy had become a powerful duchy in its own right. In 1066, Rollo's great-great-great-grandson, a guy you might have heard of named William, decided to invade England. Yep, that's William the Conqueror, who would go on to become the first Norman king of England. So from a Viking raid to the Norman conquest of England, the foundation of Normandy in 911 AD set in motion a chain of events that would reshape medieval Europe. It's a reminder that sometimes, the strangest decisions can have the most far-reaching consequences. And that's the story of how a Viking named Rollo went from raiding France to ruling part of it, ultimately changing the course of history. If you found this interesting, make sure to like and subscribe for more stories. I've got dozens. Thanks for watching.